in the NFL. A cause in the NFL, something that truly is impactful to us. And these foundations that we find really have a meaning, like they're really important in the world. And we just hope that you guys enjoyed this next one, because we'll be talking about the Dan Marino Foundation. And we have something special for you guys. So we're getting ready to play a video. We hope that you guys enjoy it.
Give me a second. Oh, I also I want to invite our special guest for this one too.
Absolutely. Gotta have our special guest.
The guy on the show.
Hello, lady.
Hey. You look so good right there in the middle of us.
Didn't we say we're all about equality? Hello.
Can I just say I've always wanted to be in the middle of 4 women. This is beautiful for me. I love this.
You know, watching, right?
Yes.
All right. We're going
to very excited to see you too.
But we're ready to play the Dan Marino Foundation. We hope you guys enjoy it.
All right. Well, let me just do a little intro real quick, just so the video makes sense. You know what the Dan Marino Foundation actually is. So basically, Dan Marino, not only is he, I'm not saying, because I know that became like an argument, I don't agree. I'm not saying that he's the greatest quarterback of all time. I remember that happened in a different show. But what I'm saying is he deserves his flowers, right? He did his thing in his time. So he definitely deserves that, right? He is a legend okay. So I'm going to give him his flowers in that regard, because he did earn it. But besides that, he also had a child that was born autistic. And 30 years ago, autism wasn't, obviously, really people didn't know really what it was, right? There really wasn't a lot of outreach. There wasn't a lot of information about, people that were on the spectrum. And so he decided to create this foundation 30 years ago in honor of his son. And basically their mission is, for 30 years, the Dan Marino Foundation led innovation and charge with the mission to empower individuals with autism and other developmental disabilities. In 92, he created this foundation because he found that 1 out of 7 people in the U.S. is diagnosed with some sort of developmental disability. And a few of the things that he created is, one was the Marino campus, which prepares young adults with autism and other developmental disabilities by helping them obtain necessary skills through a unique post-secondary opportunity, right? Because there's a lot of misconceptions about people who live with special needs, and a lot of people actually can live and work in the real world. And so one of his programs actually prepares them, right? Like prepares them with the skills that they need so they can have that opportunity. The Marino campus, which is almost like, a little college campus, also does that so that you can actually feel what that means to go to a school, right? You go and you take courses. They're going to give you the tools that you need to kind of help you get that going. Then they launched EduX, which is an online initiative, because obviously not everyone can come to the brick and mortar. So then they also created an online option that also supports young adults with special needs to kind of obtain these abilities and also take courses and get the tools that they need to be able to go out there in the world. For example, they teach them how to go on job interviews, right? Because that is a skill that even anyone needs, right? Like you need to learn what is a job interview, how to talk to your interviewer. So they also make sure that they support long-term challenges of population with finding employment. And so that's some of the stuff that he does, that the foundation does. They also have a tech piece where they're teaching a lot of the students that go there STEM and STEAM, right? Like robotics and this amazing, like advanced technological stuff. And so a lot of amazing programs, but all right. So now I can kind of show the video, because I just had to give you a little intro to what it is so you understood what you were watching. Okay, let me mute myself because I know that was the first rule. Thank you, Sydney, still for that. Sorry, my video cut off. Let me get it right back. Sorry about that, guys. I had it and then it shut off. Okay, here I go. One more time.
Nice.
Wow, that was amazing. That is absolutely amazing. I mean, such a beautiful cause. Such a beautiful cause. And like you said, Delilah, I mean, people can be taught anything, and they'll be able to be taught, you know, IT, and they'll be able to taught, you know, to have people skills. They just have to be taught. And that's such a beautiful foundation because, like you said, it touched home for him because he has a child. And man, that was absolutely beautiful. What do you think about it, Sean?
I love that. I love that. January marks my 12th year working actually with adults with mental disabilities.
Yeah.
And I mean, for me, it's second nature. And my uncle has a disability, so I've always lived with it. So seeing that video, you know, I don't want to become the crier, but you know, it got a little choked.
I got a little.
You know, I definitely got choked up, man. But I think the biggest thing, the biggest stigma around people, those with adults with mental disabilities, is the fact that everybody puts so much time and you know, we have to teach them how to get acclimated with society. But the thing that doesn't get taught is we need to, us people that are of, you know, sound mind, need to be taught how to deal and how to be patient and how to work with those who are in those type of situations, because the automatic thought is, oh, they're mentally retarded or they have this or that, when, you know, they just see it a little differently. It just takes them a little bit better. And sometimes I can enjoy being with them and the patience and the way that they could figure it out, the ingenuity, better than I could be with people that are saying, you know, on a normal level, as we call it. You know what I mean? I've learned so much in working with adults with mental abilities. So the fact that he had this, and in 1992, when it was still, kind of taboo to be dealing with it, I think it's huge. That was beautiful. I love it. Thank you so much for bringing that on, because that got me.
And John, you hit it right on the head when you said that. It's like, you know, they're prepared. They learn and be prepared to be in this world. But we as other people, we need to understand that we need to accept them in this world. Just because you see somebody who has a disability or may not talk like you or act like you, that doesn't mean that they aren't a capable person. They aren't somebody who deserves the respect just like you. We have to be the ones to accept and acknowledge that they can do, that we can do as well.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. No, I wanted to say that this touches me because I have a brother that was born with a developmental disability, and unfortunately, he's not at the capacity where he can learn a life skill. But that's fine because he's much loved. Trust me, and taken care of. His healthcare workers, we love them. We always take care of them too when we visit because anyway. But what I like about organizations like this is because obviously they're teaming with educators, right? They're teaming with businesses and companies in order to build that road. And that adds to exactly what Sean is saying, which means that they're also educating these companies like, hey, they're taking these job skills, like when they come on, like this is what you need to understand, right? Like, you know what I mean? So I love how copacetic it is because obviously industry leaders that are beginning to be participate in these programs to hire a lot of these graduates, right? So that they can also feel, because basically everybody wants to feel useful. So it's not even about the fact about like the job skills are great, but to feel useful, to be in an office, to be around people, to joke. Yeah, to feel accepted. And you know how we joke around with our coworkers, you know, that kind of stuff. Like, look at the smiles on their faces, right? Because they feel like, here I am doing something and my coworker is talking to me. You know, they're appreciating what I'm doing. I mean, it's nothing but love. Go ahead, Kate. Sorry.
It's all right. No, I actually worked with a lady when I worked in clothing retail for 10 years. She had 2 highly functioning autistic children. And what was really cool is like they let me see through their eyes that they can do anything they put their minds to.
Yep, absolutely. Yep.
And what was really cool is one of the her son worked at Chili's and rolled the silverware for Chili's and then once they saw his potential and how well he did that, they just kept moving him up and up to where he became like a host and sat.
Oh, I love that. Oh, that's great.
Just got to talk to them and everybody loved him. Everybody loved Kyle. And they were like, "Oh, Kyle's not working today." And Rachel, and Rachel, her daughter, she was also highly functioning, and she came in and helped us at the store a lot. And like she wanted to always dress the mannequins, so some days we let her come in and help dress them, and she did a beautiful job. And she was very capable. She ended up working at a bakery because she likes to bake. So she went to work for a bakery in one of our hometown bakeries and is doing fabulous there. They actually love having her there. And just because you're born with something that others would think would be a crutch, it can be one of the best things ever because they both have taught me a lot, like patience. They've taught me how to just breathe. Like Rachel would be like, "Kate, why are you so stressed? This is so much fun." You know, she taught me a lot. She taught me to smile and laugh and be wholehearted. Kyle taught me to joke around more. So these two young adults, they're now in their 20s, have been were a very big bright spot to me. And it was pretty cool to just see life through their eyes. So give everyone a chance. Give everyone a chance to do something in this world and be part of society.
Yes.
No matter what is going on in their life. I mean, and no matter what you think their disability is, they can be a very big part of our society and be bright.
Absolutely.
spots.
Absolutely. They matter. They're not like how society deems them as like unnecessary. Like stop it.
Absolutely.
So I love it. All right. Ash, did you say anything?
Ash, we want to hear from you.
I love this cause. I love anyone that's willing to work with special needs. I worked with developmentally disabled people. I managed group homes for like 6-7 years. And then my brother has autism. He's super low functioning, very high behavioral. And even just looking at him, you might think, oh, well, he's not going to be able to do anything because he has a plethora of things that are disabling him essentially from being able to do things. But he like can do a lot. When I worked in the group homes, all of our clients were pretty low functioning. We didn't have a lot of high functioning. And even the staff sometimes would like go to load the dishwasher for them. I'm like, no. He is able. Like,
exactly.
I think people just look at these people and think, oh, they can't do anything.
Exactly.
They're not going to be officials to society. They're not. And it's like, no, these people are just as able as us, and they have feelings just like we do. So I think it's great to get them out in the community, integrated in the community. I know in the classroom we do our best to
we do
like the least restrictive environment. I think the same thing needs to be happening for these adults, to get them out in the environment and to get them integrated with everybody else. One, so they can learn life skills and be productive, but also like Sean said, like, so the public can get used to seeing these people and have a higher respect for them. Because right now the respect is just not there from a lot of people. People want quick, fast, whatever. And it's like, no, you need to slow down and realize these people can actually be super beneficial. And like Kate said, can teach you a lot. I learned so much for working with these people, and they didn't even know they were helping me in ways they were. So I love it.
What do you think? What do you think, host Janae?
I think it is absolutely an amazing cause. I actually, I've known Sean forever, and I've known what he's done forever, and he's just absolutely amazing. The people that he has worked with and work with, they feel like Sean is like their brother, their best friend. I've seen the just the bond that he's grown with it's work, but for Sean it's not work. It's like they really are family. They really are family to me, and I really value that, and I value the people that take the time to work with people who may not have all of the abilities that we do, but they're willing to stick it out and work with people because they know that they have potential. They see that these people are just like us. We are all human. We are all a beautiful body. God created us beautiful, every single person. So just because you have ability does not mean that you're different than anybody else. Right. You are just as special as me, as anybody else. I mean, shoot, we all have our own things, but right. Today, everybody is special. So I really hit home because I love it. My wife works with children that are mentally disabled. My aunt, she just retired from doing what Sean does, working with adults. I just really value the people that take time to really reach out and give back and just show love.
Yo, and I mean, while we're on here, I definitely want to. This past June, one of the guys that I'd actually been working with for 9 years passed away. His name is Michael Cullerton. He's a big Golden Girls fan. So thank you for being a friend. And I mean, if you don't mind, Janae, I have a quick little thing. Is on here.
Saturday morning, football is back. There's a whole gang here.
So, all right, Mike.
I'm gonna cry.
God, you guys are gonna make me cry every episode.
I'm an emotional person, you guys.
Man, rest in peace.
That's the worst. I love it.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. That was heavy.
Yeah.
Have to move on.
I know your head is like that.
Is that what your Facebook picture is, Sean?
Yeah, that's my Facebook picture.
Oh man.
No, I understand it.
Hold it together, because if the waterworks start for me, it's not stopping. So I got.
Man, but people are definitely showing love to Michael, man. That's man, such a
my other boyfriend.
He had to have so much fun with you, and I know living through those moments with you is really what matters, because you celebrate people while they're here, and you did all that you can do. And as his brother, as his friend, you worked with or worked for him basically, but we know that you guys were super close, and man, that was That was beautiful.
You know, hey, real quick, one quick story that I told him for a while. You know, I was working with him for a while, and I kept on. You know, I had a fiance, and so one day he said, I want to meet your fiance. And I said, well, you know, she's busy today, but I can show you a picture. He said, okay, that's cool. So I showed him a picture, and he looked at me, and he looked at the picture, and I said, what's wrong, Mike? He said, she's white. I said, yeah. He said, yeah, I thought she was going to be colored. I said, Mike, you can't say that. But we had a laugh about it. And the funny thing is, there was times when I would sit there and I'd just be stressed, and he could read it on my face. And then he'd be like, what's wrong, buddy? And I'd be like, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm just stressed out, this and this. And then I walked upstairs and I heard something, and he would be like, wow, like that. And I'm like, Mike, what's wrong? And he said, you're sad, so I'm sad.
His smile is priceless.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Brighten up a room, man. Brighten up a room. So that was absolutely beautiful, man. That was just super touching. Man, check out the Dan Marino Foundation. Please take a look at it. If you guys enjoyed it, we know we enjoyed it. We know you guys will too. Check it out. If you would like to donate, I'm pretty sure there's something on there that you'll be able to donate. But what a wonderful cause that we got to do this